I love Pokemon. It is amazing. And I recently started playing Cobblemon with a friend, and that is also amazing. They've done a fantastic job with that mod. If you haven't seen that mod, go check it out. I'll put a link in the description. Sorry if I sound tired as well, because I just woke up. I think. Yeah, I did. All right. I was grabbing some food really quick because I need to go farm spruce logs. Luckily, I know there's a forest. But anyways, back to Pokemon. Pokemon is amazing. They have some really fun games. I like playing them a lot. I really like their most recent ones, the Scarlet and Violet ones. I played through Violet, and I got most of the Pokedex filled out. I just need to find someone to trade with for Scarlet to get some of the last ones I need, but that one is really fun. Okay, now there's one thing they could do. I haven't tried the new DLCs for that game either, but they should, I don't want to be like they should do this guy, but voice acting would fundamentally improve those games to a point I can't even like express. Don't get me wrong. It's fun to have the whole like RPG read aspect, but there's a point when it's gone really far. Like there's a cutscene in that game where someone's talking and it's like a full cutscene. Like they're moving around. Ooh, golden apple. But all they're doing when they're talking is like they put subtitles over where they're talking. It kind of drove me crazy, not gonna lie. It was cool though. I still like that. Someone made a they dubbed all the characters in a lot of the cutscenes. That I try to find it and put it in the description, was amazing. Fantastically done to those people. That is the best. Thank you for your great service to humanity here. Oh, there's zombies now. That's the only big gripe I think I have. My first Pokemon game was Pokemon Sun and Moon. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. That's when I started. I wanted to get into it for a while, and then I finally saved up enough money to get a 2DS XL, which if you don't know are like there's like Nintendo 3DS and the Nintendo 2DS, and then they made this one that's kind of in between. It just is basically a 3DS, but it doesn't have the 3D part. I'm kind of glad actually though, because it kind of drove me crazy, the 3D slider did. Like I remember using it. It just hurts your eyes if you use it for too long. But this one is really fun. I really liked Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I especially like the Pokemon games where they go into like a slightly darker story, but like they're not afraid to let either someone die or have a situation that's darker. Like that's the best. What was that? Did anyone else hear that? Did I just hear a monkey? What? This isn't a modded world. I'm very confused. Anyways, my favorite Pokemon, I like all of them. They're all very good. The ones I often have on my team are Rowlet because he's adorable. Dude, what? Oh, what the heck? Dude, why does he sound possessed? Why do you sound possessed? What? What the heck? I didn't know they're that loud. Holy crap, what the heck? They are so loud. They literally sound, oh my goodness. It's like a dying animal. Okay, where was I? Oh, favorite Pokemon. I really like all the Pokemon in Pokkén Tournament as well. Or not. Yeah, those are my favorite ones. In Pokkén Tournament is a really underrated game, by the way. If you haven't played it. That one is like a battler game where they all like, it's like a fighting game. But it's really well done. Like, I really like how it's just accessible enough to beginners where you can fight someone and it's still fun, but it's also like has an extra layer of complexity to it. Also, it's really cool seeing your Pokemon like go Mach 10, not exactly, well, kind of. The ultimate moves in that game, I mean, they're favorite in anything, but that was epic. Speaking of ultimate moves, there are Z moves in Pokemon, which are like ultimate, super, ultra power, Giga Chad moves. I really like those. I don't know if anyone else did. There's one called Light That Burns the Sky, and it was the coolest thing when you used it ever. Like, just straight up. It just felt awesome. It felt like you were pulling out your trap card. I hope that reference makes sense. I've never seen Yu-Gi-Oh! I only know that phrase. Gosh, it sounds like a monkey. Do foxes actually sound like monkeys? I wonder. My favorite part of the game is shiny hunting. So if you're new to the Pokemon series or you don't know what it is, shinies are alternate color variants of Pokemon. So they're like a 1 in a, typically I think it's like 1 in 4,096. I think it's 4,096. So it's super rare. The rarest thing that happened to me when I was playing Pokemon is I was playing Pokemon what is it? Oh my gosh, Alpha Sapphire, and I got a Pokemon with Pokerus, which is this like really specific thing that can happen where your Pokemon stats like grow faster. It's super weird, but I can't believe I got it. I still have one in my boxes that has it, so I can spread it. It's like a good virus. The thing I hope they bring back in Pokemon is Mega Evolution. Mega Evolution is the straight up coolest thing ever. You can't change my mind. It makes you feel so cool, and all the Mega Evolution forms look amazing. Some of their shinies like dramatically change their colors. I know Gengar changes to white and it looks awesome, and then Gardevoir changes to like a witch, and then Lucario just goes Super Saiyan. Those are awesome. And then there's just so many cool Mega Evolutions. I hope they bring them back. I really want to see more of that. I really like Scarlet and Violet also because you can see the shiny. Pokemon Legends Arceus was also like that, and it was amazing. But like, even though it was commoner, it was more common to find a shiny, it was still just as cool. Like, it was just really fun to see the changes it would have. The other thing people don't talk about in Pokemon that is awesome is marks. Marks is a system where you can essentially give your Pokemon a unique like message when it comes out of the ball, like go Rowlet the Fierce or go Pikachu the Angry or whatever, like stuff like that. And that is awesome. And one of my proudest shinies is a shiny Alpha Rowlet in Pokemon Legends Arceus. It's very big, it's very large, and he looks like an avocado kind of. So, I mean, oh, and an Alpha Pokemon is just a big boy. They're extra giant. Like extra giant, I mean like super ultra giant. They're a big, as one of my friends would say, a big hecka-chonker. That is probably the best description I have here. Oh my goodness. Why are there 2 zombie villagers? What is going on here? There are a few games I haven't played yet. I've never played. I do want to play all of them eventually. I really want to try Pokemon Black and White. I've heard really good things about that one. And it sounds epic. I know a lot of people really love that game. And I've heard it's a good like story one. It's the only Pokemon game with like mainstream Pokemon game with a direct sequel, which has me really interested, because I love it when a story like connects further beyond the normal story. I really liked Sun and Moon for that reason, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, because they brought back Red and Blue, or I guess it would be Green. Would it be Green? I don't know if they swapped those names there. I've not played Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee, but they do look fun. Mainly they have Mega Evolution, and I'm also a fan of weird mechanics in games. I've not played Pokemon Snap or Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, although I have heard amazing things about those, so I should try them out. I don't know if they're like an RPG or a JRPG. I really want to try it. I'm a big JRPG fan, so any good recommendations are welcome. The next one I want to try, maybe this is an RPG, I think it's a JRPG, is Sea of Stars by the people by, I think it's Sabotage Studio. They made a game called The Messenger that I really liked. It's a good one to check out. It's kind of wacky, but it's amazing. Like wacky as in wacky in a good way, and like caught me off guard, which I like in games. In terms of Pixelmon, I did play Pixelmon with a friend for a while. That was a lot of fun. There's a new kind of Pixelmon mod coming out though, Cobblemon, and it so far is amazing. I've been playing it with a friend. I actually have thought about making videos. If you're interested in that, let me know. I'm planning on making a lot more. For real this time, I need to get my practice in. I had school, so I had to chill out for a second, but I'm back now. But Cobblemon pays so much attention to detail, it's insane. Like when you're watching a Pokemon move around, they like move how you think it would be. Pokemon can get angry and attack you. Sometimes that can happen way too often, but like my first experience with it was perfect. It was a Primate, which is known for being like the mad Pokemon, and I literally had said like 5 seconds before, I'm like, it'd be really funny if they made it so like Primates could attack you, and then no joke, I walk up a mountain and Primate starts attacking me, and I freaked. I blew my mind. I was like, what? You did the thing? And their animations are fun. I don't think they have any move animations yet. That would be fun. They have a good like battler system. I hope they add move animations and like the ability to ride your Pokemon. The models look fantastic from an art style standpoint. Whoever's done that stuff, absolutely amazing. And the other stuff is amazing too. I mean, there's so many add-ons. They made it really easy to add extra Pokemon. It's fantastic. If you haven't tried Cobblemon, I think it's on Modrent, and I'll put a link the description to the Moderath page. And yeah, their Pokemon look really nice. I like it. It's amazing. Also, if you see a floating tree, I do leave them floating sometimes. I'm sorry, anyone who's watching. I've just come to realize that I will cut it down later. So I'm procrastinating cutting the entire tree down. I might change that, but for now, I mean, what are you gonna do to stop me? Those mods are awesome. Someone made a mod pack that makes it work with Create, and that is, or like, not like directly, but like Create mod with that. Create is my favorite mod pack. That will be another video. I could talk about that mod for hours. That is my favorite, one of my favorite mods of all time. Just straight up, no contest. It's just amazing. Time for the Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon little part of this rant here. Those games, I really like them. I really like them. They're my first ones, so I'm obviously going to be biased, but there are some parts of them that are just chef's kiss. I don't know how else to phrase it. Did you just kill a chicken? That's a weird looking monkey. It's the Ultra wormhole mechanic and the whole idea that there are other worlds out there and that like connects stuff as well. That's amazing. Like, there's a whole city in the game. It's called, like, I think it's Ultra Metropolis or something. I could be totally wrong on the name, but forgive me. But they just have the coolest, like, it's just a cool idea. It's just cool. Like, the whole idea is that this Pokemon, who's now in your world, has stolen the sun. He stole the freaking sun. After he steals the sun, their whole world has to like design like artificial light to keep them alive and stuff. Like, that's such a cool idea. And there's one that I hadn't gone to yet. I did get both games of that one eventually, so I have both Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. But I think there's like Guzzlord's planet. Sounds cool to me. Guzzlord's like this all-devouring beast, and I think his planet is just like straight up post-apocalyptic. You don't get to fully explore those ones, but it's amazing. I love Ultra Beasts. They're just a fun idea. I would love it if like, this is my fever dream, right? Not fever dream. This is my, what's the word? I don't know what it's called. Something dream. Anyways, a weird idea I had. Like, if you took Missing No, who's a glitched Pokemon from the old series, he's super buggy. Missing No stands for missing number, which is why he's weird. He's just like a glitchy mess. And if they took that and somehow like managed to turn it into an Ultra Beast and like somehow tie it in canonic, that would be weird. I don't think they'd do that. Fun fact, they didn't patch anything on the DS version of that game, I think. I could still do the Missing No glitch, which is really fun. So that's cool. In terms of starters, I'd pick from each region. They're all very good, and it depends on my mood of the day, so it's not like a set one. Let me see. Let me pull up a little chart so I can officially rate these. I could be using Photoshop. Oh my gosh, this app lags. Okay, here we go. Here's my official starter rankings, not actual rankings. Okay, there we go. Kind of looks wacky, but you know what? Wacky's how we do it around here. All right, I think that's gonna come up. Oh my goodness, this is such a weird program. This is. I see why people joke about this app. Anyways, we start. Where did Kanto go? Wait, I killed Kanto. There we go. That can just work. That just works. That works fine. Okay, starting with Kanto. If I were to play the game right now, at least these are based on my current moods, we're going to say I'm going to start with Bulbasaur. You will learn I'm a grass type person. This would be the first one I'd pick for Kanto. For Johto, I'd probably pick Totodile. Totodile is the winner for Johto. Just kidding, there's no actual winner. Hoenn, I originally picked Trico, and I think he's amazing. Mudkip is also amazing, he's adorable, and Torchic is a little bird, so I approve of all of them. In Sinnoh, I probably would pick Piplup or Chimchar. I got a shiny Infernape in Pokemon Legends Arceus, and he's cool, and they animate him cool in their series. I'm a Snivy fan, and Oshawott really cool too. I especially like Hisuian Samurott. He looks epic. And Kalos, Fennekin's cool. I mean, here's the thing. I'm sorry, Chespin. They've just kind of set you up here. Greninja is just like too cool. He's just awesome. Like, what? Alola. I would pick any of these, but the starters. My first starter was Rowlet. He's a good boy. Galar, I picked Sobble, and I ended up with a Sniping Maniac, so that's cool. We'll just put on Paldea. I always have a hard time saying it. Okay. Then here we'll just You know what? I don't I don't need this. We'll put down, let's see, who did I choose? Oh, I did choose a fire type. I chose Coco. I actually made a little video on it. I think it's on one of my playlists. It's not the best. That was just me messing around. But I chose Coco because he's a little chonker. Anyways, back to Minecraft. Now it's time to talk about the Pokemon TV show. Now, the Pokemon TV show is something that I think has substantially improved over time. Like, I look back at the first few episodes of a different series and I'm like, okay, these are good. But then the further I go in the future, I realize how much better it got. It's per episode, really. And the movies are awesome sometimes. I watch them as a kid all the time, so I have some nostalgic factor going here. I know Ash is gone now. I kind of hope, I don't know if they've released it yet. They probably have, and I haven't seen it. There's a lot of things I need to watch, but they have the new one. I forgot what it's called exactly, but they have like new main characters. I don't know what the main character's name is. I know they have a Sprigatito. Oh, I'm excited to see it. I really like their short stories they put out sometimes. They put out these like shorts, and they're based on scenes from the game, and they're just a bit more dark or like, but they don't necessarily have to, there's a difference between dark and then like, they're not dark. What's the phrase? I like to use the phrase, that's kind of what I wanted to run this channel as, is family accessible. So it's not like necessarily 110% trying to avoid everything that could be considered potentially inappropriate for a kid, but like they're not afraid to get, like, I think, okay, a good example of this is Avatar: The Last Airbender, if you've seen that. They're not afraid to have characters like die or have that kind of situation, but they do it in a way where it's not going to like bother anybody who's 10 years old, if that makes sense. And I really like that, and I hope Pokemon does that more often. They've done it in their shorts, which are just a bit more serious, and there's something magic that happens when you like do a continuous storyline, like an overarching thing. In the shorts, it's the game stuff, like they've done a few. They're just a bit more serious or cover a bit more serious of a topic, but it's like, it's just done well. They have one, I think it's called like Hisuian Winds. I've only seen the first few. Amazing animation. I'm a huge animation nerd. They did amazing on that, and on their other ones too. But I think there's Pokemon Generations is one. They do a short series. They're amazing. They're just awesome. A lot of them are really cool. Like, they're just so different. And then you hear this like backstory to the characters. Kind of. There are some backstories I think they don't mention. Like there's the Pokemon mangas which covered stuff. Those are awesome. This is another example. They just like aren't afraid to do things that are unexpected, which I like. Another good example would be like if you know the Pokemon character Lillie and their family situation. Wow, I don't want to get too specific here. Most of my viewers are Minecraft viewers, not Pokemon viewers. Anyways, if you're a Pokemon nerd and you're having a field day right now, thank you for sticking around. And I think that's pretty much all of Pokemon that I wanted to cover. I'm still chopping trees. On the bright side, if we check this out, I think I've chopped down this like whole little mountain section right here. So that's cool. So yeah, Pokemon rant, that's cool. And yeah, also special thanks to these people who left nice comments. You the best. You the best. That's right, you the best. I'm gonna sit on this stool here, kind of. I don't have the seat emote. Anyways, Pokemon is cool. I think it's cool. I'm gonna take off my helmet. I like Pokemon. If you like Pokemon, let me know, and let me know what your favorite Pokemon are and your first games and stuff, who your favorite characters. Just give me the whole spiel. I like talking to Pokemon. I almost went on a massive rant about it the other day with someone. So, oh wow, that's well. Anyways, if you enjoyed, consider subscribing or liking or doing the normal stuff that everyone else does. I don't know what I'm doing. I just rant. Expect more stuff. I'm also gonna probably start streaming on Twitch now, because that way I can make videos and record them and force myself to edit them, because they'll be inside the stream partially. So like a bit of a mix, like parts of it will be, and the reason I'm doing it on Twitch so that not everyone will have to see the spoilers, if that makes sense. But yeah, and goodbye.